Rapping Reason Podcast with Dr. Jeremy C. McCool and Earl Hopkins. All right, we're back with another episode of Rapping Reason Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dr. Jeremy C. McCool.
And I'm Earl Hopkins. What's going down, man?
How you feeling, bro? What's new? What's new in your world, man? Episode
Man,
73, by the
yeah,
way.
episode 73. Yes, sir. Yo, same old, bro. Just, cranking out these stories, man. I'm doing more video content for the year. That's my goal. 2 to 3 videos a week, man, on whether it's current issues, trending topics, or I've been dabbling in politics, believe it or not. But whatever
Well,
just floats my boat, man. Whatever's at top of mind, bro. I'm just following my instincts, bro, and seeing
dope.
what sticks, bro. Curated, of course. You know what I mean? Because we don't put out
Yeah,
slop. Yeah, you dig. So yeah, just been having fun, bro, in the process.
dope.
What about you, my guy?
Dope, man. I've been peeping that you putting out more video content now, man. I said, okay, Earl leaning more digital journalist, multimedia.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Dope, man. I've been good though, bro. Same, man. Just working, man. Got a documentary coming out that I executive produced. That's my one of the things that I'm currently most excited about. It's a documentary called The Hands That Shape Tomorrow. It's
Mhm.
centered around early childhood educators being underpaid, and also a guaranteed income initiative that they participated in, man. That and how it changed their lives. So yeah, very very excited about this project. A short film about close to 25 minutes long. Yeah, excited about the rollout. We got some private screenings coming soon that I'll let you all know about. But yeah, excited about this
Yes,
rollout.
sir.
We're doing three private screenings in the Philadelphia area in between February and March. And yeah, we're expecting this to have a big impact, both in real world and action, but also just a great film. Directed by Kyra Knox. Shout out Kyra Knox,
Hmm.
Emmy Award winning director. So yeah, man, really excited about it.
Huge, huge, huge. And of course, we got a book. Got a book.
Facts, man. Thank you to everybody who's already pre-ordered our book, Raps of Resistance. And man, it's rolling out May 14th.
Yeah.
Currently available for pre-order everywhere the books are sold. And man, extremely powerful book, man. I don't think anybody who purchases it will have any regrets at all. Like just a and if you love hip hop, if you love Black
Mhm.
culture, um, I don't think there's any way you could not enjoy this book. I'm going to be honest.
It's a game changer. I'm telling y'all, from the
Yeah.
evolution of socially conscious rap to the impact of J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar and what's to look forward to in the future when it comes to just hip hop at large, man, I think is special. It's special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a special one, man. And shout out to everybody who's already given early reviews of our book. Shout out Afion Crockett. Shout out
Mhm.
Superintendent of Reading, Dr. Khalid Mumin. Shout out
Hanif
Hanif
Abdurraqib.
Abdurraqib. Yep,
Mhm.
Hanif Abduraqib. Shout out him. Shout out yeah, everybody, man. The list
Everybody.
goes on and on. Uh uh H. Bernard Hall, professor out at Drexel University, Zach Stiegler, professor out at IUP. Everybody who's shown love to the book, man, we really, really appreciate all of the love we've gotten thus far. And yeah, man, pre-order everywhere books are sold. That was a good ad right there, wasn't it?
Yeah, man.
We'll do our
Yeah.
own ads until we get some.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But we got a lot of dope stuff to get into today, man. One of which is a big one. Big hip hop news, bro. In recent news, one of our favorite MCs, J. Cole, has finally announced the release of The Fall Off.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the most anticipated releases, I would say, in hip hop. I would say that this has been an album that he has been teasing for years at this point.
Mhm.
I would say going on definitely at least 4 years. I've been hearing
Yeah.
him reference it in other tracks, um, the release of The Fall Off, and I could not be more excited about it. I think that this is going to be one of his, and he has a lot of solid projects, but I think this is going to be
Yeah.
one that he's remembered for, man. What are your thoughts, man? How do you feel about The Fall Off dropping it February 6th, right?
February 6th, bro. This is, man. So I predicted last year that it would drop in December, right? This past December was totally wrong, but 2 months, away from it, I'll take it, bro. Like this is, we've been waiting for this for like
100%.
4 or 5 years. He's been referencing interviews and other songs. Like the time is here. I saw the trailer video, bro. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, but you know,
Yes,
it's
sir.
classic Cole, bro. It's ambiguous. It's you know what I mean? It's super high tech when it comes to just like the symbolism of it, right? Him eating at a
Yep.
Waffle House, him washing a car, and then him just in the woods somewhere or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
But
know what
I'm
you.
sure knowing Cole is going to connect to the music, man. So I'm looking forward to this, bro. I don't know what to expect, but I think that's for the best, bro. Like I like the rollout. I like Cole's typical rollouts, which is sometimes no rollout at all. You know what I'm saying? But what you do get is great music. So that's what I'm expecting for sure.
100%. And I would say, just like we talk about, we'll be reviewing J. Cole's album KOD later. And just to get into that rollout, J. Cole has a lot of rollouts that weren't really rollouts. It was like a tweet, and then boom, here's the
Right.
album. Like
Right.
he's
Yeah.
done a lot of those type of rollouts. And even this, like for him to just put out this little promo that doesn't really even talk about the music at all, but and then drop it in a couple weeks is very J. Cole-ish.
Very J. Cole. Yeah.
Very, very J. Cole. And like I said, this has been anticipated so much that I think that he can do that. And J. Cole has built an organic, almost cult-like following at this point of people who are such fans of his music and his voice and his messaging that I think
Hmm.
that people, when J. Cole drops, people are going to listen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think he's one of the few artists who doesn't need any of the theatrics, doesn't need any of the press, doesn't really even need to do interviews. I mean, I like when he does, but he doesn't
Yeah.
need to at this point in his
Exactly.
career. Is people want to hear what he has to say on record, which I think is a beautiful thing in hip hop for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I expect, and just knowing his, you know, his track record, bro, this is gonna be quality. I think this is gonna be one of, if not the biggest releases of the year, bro.
100%.
So yeah,
100%.
for it to happen in February, bro, I know the year is gonna start off right, 100%.
And I'm going to be honest, man. I'm looking for J. Cole to have the type of year that Dot just had. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I want to see one of those type of years. And I think the fall off could give J. Cole that type of year where he's the leading force in hip hop. And yeah, much deserved, much deserved. I think J. Cole has paid his dues. Um, and one of my favorite MCs of all
He's
time. And I know people are always like, I think because older hip hop fans a lot of times don't want to include Kendrick and I mean Kendrick and Cole
yeah.
into their top fives and top tens of all time. And man, they've been around for a while now, y'all. Y'all gotta stop it.
That's what I'm
Um,
saying. Like it's okay to put them in your top 10, even your top five. It's your list. So I mean, hey, if Kendrick or Cole or Drake, whoever
no, no.
resonates with you. Okay, so not Drake. Okay. I'm out of bounds. Okay. Reel it in.
Flag on the
Okay.
play. Flag on the play. I'm joking.
You know what
If,
I
if, that,
mean?
if that's your
So
favorite MC, man, who am I to tell you wrong?
let it be. Let it be that. You know what I mean?
I might think you don't got good taste, but who am I?
And I'd be that person. Yeah, I don't think you do either. But hey, to each his own,
Hey,
man.
man,
To each his own.
music is subjective, so all
Exactly.
good, good. But I'm looking forward to it, man. Do you think Cole is gonna go with features on this project?
I think he's gonna go. If he goes with features, I'm thinking like top tier lyricists. I know JID. He mentioned that he listened to the fall off. My presumption is maybe he is on a track or two. Who knows? I'm expecting like someone like JID's caliber, maybe an Eminem lyrically, right? Maybe even a Malice or Push. Like I wouldn't be surprised by that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone even like a Killer Mike on there, who could really speak to maybe more politically charged messaging that's going to be on the album. I could see it, man. I could see it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that if Cole does decide to go the feature route, which he's had extremely successful albums without features at this point, I think that if he goes that route, I agree. I think he's gonna go with respected MCs. I think that he's gonna go, like you said, with the Eminem, the
Yeah.
Hove. I would love to see. I think the
Yeah.
Hove, I wouldn't be shocked if there was a Nas.
Hmm.
I think that those, and of course his people, you know what I mean, JID,
Yeah.
Dreamville. I wouldn't be shocked if they're on making appearances throughout the project either. Cole could surprise us and be like, nah, this just gonna be me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm okay with that too.
I'm totally fine with it. I would embrace it just as much as we embrace what 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
I
Like
was just
keep
gonna
it
say,
that way.
to be honest, crazy enough, my favorite Cole albums don't have features.
Yeah, mine either.
2014 Forest Hill Drive and KOD are probably my favorite Cole album.
Yes. Yes,
And neither
easily.
and neither one has features.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so to do that again, especially like, you know what I mean? Because he's alluded to the fall off being his last album, which I don't, spoiler, I don't believe. I believe
No.
he's going to produce more music down the
He's
line,
pulling a hove on us, man. He
you
pulling a
know?
hove. I think he gonna retire. I think he's gonna take a break and step back. But Cole and Kendrick, even stepping back looks different because
Right.
they already drop and then disappear for 3, 4, 5 years. So to me,
Exactly.
like I don't even, and they're already not in the spotlight for their relationships, and they're not your typical celebrities. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't really even know what falling back looks like for them, to be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly. I don't know. I can't really call it because at the end of the day, their fan base is so strong that if they make a public appearance, let alone do a freestyle, put out a song, put out a project, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? People are going to have all eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? At all times. So their fall off don't look the same as other people's fall offs that I've
No,
witnessed. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so at all because both of them can put out a project that doesn't have any traditional singles or hits that are still praised.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, when you think about it, like when you look at with J. Cole, when you look at a KOD or For Your Eyes Only, these aren't albums that have a lot of traditional hit records on them, but they still sold well. They
Yep.
still are praised by J. Cole's fans. And when you same thing with Kendrick, you look at it like a Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, like wasn't necessarily filled with traditional hits or
Right.
singles,
Hmm.
but at the same time, it was still a project that Kendrick fans were like, no, this is hard. You know what I
Exactly. Exactly.
mean?
So even if he went that route, I think people are gonna still, man, psychoanalyze it because that's what we do with Kendrick. We do it with Cole. We do it with
Yeah.
high level lyricists and storytellers and just like fixtures within music, let alone hip hop. So yeah, bro, it's all eyes on Cole this upcoming like or this February. It's gonna be a major moment, bro, and I think it's gonna really take the music industry by storm 100%. 100%.
Yeah, 1,000%, man. I am looking forward to this release, man. Cole, I don't think Cole can miss here
Nah, I can't see it, bro. Can't
because the
see it.
fact of how long he's been working on this project, I just don't think it's possible.
Yeah.
I don't, and I know you were mentioning that earlier that it was becoming like a detox type of situation, which is hilarious to me because I was like, I do think that people were beginning to talk about the fall off like it was never gonna happen.
Yeah, man. Like, and that's kind of crazy because Cole has shown you, like, nah, if he's gonna come through, like, you know what I mean? It's just he's just not gonna be rushed. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
plus,
no,
he put out music consistently for so long, dog. Him taking a 4 year hiatus or whatever, like putting out a major project, because I know he put out I Might Delete Later back in
right,
2024. So it's not like he hasn't given us music. It's just like with a
correct.
rollout like this or a project of this magnitude, he's earned, the right to, give us some time. And honestly, he just crafted that much further. I already know this has been baking in the oven for a minute, so I know what's going to come out is going to be phenomenal. So yeah,
Yeah, and I expect elite lyricism
elite, elites.
because that's what J. Cole has been doing the last few years. It's been elite lyricism, not even your typical just good J. Cole bars. It's been like elite lyricism.
Right. You know what I mean?
And
That's
you
what
know what?
he's
I
done.
wouldn't even be shocked if I heard more of those type of lyricists on records. I think that J. Cole's in that headspace where I wouldn't be shocked to see a Daylight or even a Loaded Lux, or I wouldn't even be shocked to see some of those type of lyricists on the project, to be honest.
Yo, I honestly, I won't be surprised. That's actually a good prediction. I could honestly see it. I could see him going no features or going that direction too, which is
Yeah,
sick.
and going straight just lyricists, people who are just respected for their pens, and that's it. Like I can see him going either route. And like I say, I'm happy either way. I'm just
Either way.
either
Yeah.
way. Like J. Cole is somebody who doesn't need features.
Yeah, he doesn't. He can go
He
either
doesn't
way,
need-
man. Yeah.
Some artists need features. I'm gonna be honest.
Desperately. Desperately. And I'll give you one, and he's one of my favorite. He was, I should say was, past tense, one of my favorite MCs, and it's Travis Scott. I think Travis Scott on his
Yeah.
projects, he's one of those artists where we heard you. You know what I mean? The effects were working the first three songs, four songs, but we need somebody. We need a Sway Lee. We need a Drake. You know what I mean? A
Yeah, I agree.
21, a Weekend to like kind of get his track some added life. Um, Cole ain't Cole don't need that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think when I think in hip hop specifically, if you're not rooted in storytelling, you need features.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that J. Cole is a storyteller. So each of his records, he's telling some type of story that's keeping you engaged in the music. But I think like a Travis Scott who's is more based around the production and the music and even the sound effects on his voice. And I think for that type
Yeah,
of stuff, I think that those features take it to the next level.
a
I
hundred
agree.
percent, a
Yeah,
hundred.
most of my favorite Travis Scott songs are definitely have a feature on them for sure.
And that's just the nature of it. But like a Cole, he doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like a Kendrick, he doesn't need it. Like a Lupe
No,
Fiasco, he does not need it.
don't need
Especially if
it.
you're vocally inclined to, you don't necessarily need it.
Yeah,
You know what I
Hove
mean?
didn't. Hove
Oh,
Hove has great features, but he didn't need any of them.
he doesn't need them. Like, you know what I mean? He's not dependent on it at all.
I'll even say now Wayne now is a little different, but Wayne didn't need features.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Nah.
When Wayne put people on songs, it was doing them a favor. It wasn't because Wayne needed you on the song.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say, even like, I know you have your thoughts on this art, but I don't think Drake technically needs features now. I will
Mm.
say the caveat when he be talking that tough talk though, he needs a 21 to like back him up. Nah, you got it. Yeah, you know what I mean? He needs a future, like, oh, okay, you
I,
got it.
I don't think I don't think Drake necessarily needed features. I think
Mm.
Drake needed this sound. This sound like a shot. So he needs sounds. He,
Sound
he need
yeah, that is a shot. It's- he needed authentic or he didn't
Yeah,
have the
he
authenticity.
needed, hey, I like that little thing you doing over there weekend. Let me get that. You know what I mean? I like that little thing you doing. Oh, okay. Migos, I see what y'all doing over there. Let me get that. You know what I'm saying? I
You
think he
know?
needs styles and sounds. I don't necessarily think features per se, though. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
valid.
He,
That's
he
fair.
yeah. Ghost Riders, but that's I,
There's
I digress.
no argument there.
Yeah, but
Mm,
look, shout out to Cole, man. Looking forward to this release, man. Highly excited. Um,
yeah.
and man, speaking of J. Cole, man, we might as well jump right into it.
Yes.
Man, we're going to do a throwback release, man. And in pure excitement of the announcement of the fall off, we decided that we want to release, or not release, but review
Mhm.
um a throwback J. Cole album, man. And I thought it would be appropriate to do KOD.
Yes. Classic.
So classic, man. Before we get into it, just general thoughts. What were your thoughts when KOD released initially?
Man, honestly, I thought it was a this may sound crazy. Did not like it. I
No,
did
no.
not like it.
Let me tell you, our first listen, I didn't
Mm.
either.
I didn't like it. What was it for you? Like, what was the reason you didn't like it at first listen?
I think when I first listened to it, I tried to passively listen to it.
Yeah.
I was like in the car. I
Yeah.
might have had I might have had somebody with me in the car, so I'm playing it out loud while doing other things. So I'm just hearing the songs, and I'm like, this ain't hidden in the car like how
Yeah.
I thought it would. You know what I mean? So I was passively listening to it the first time that I heard it, and then I remember like maybe a week or two later, I went back to it, like just listening at home,
Yeah.
and was like, whoa, I
Yeah.
I missed this. I'm glad there was no rapping reason during that time frame because my review would have been so off. You know what I mean?
Yo. Yeah. Mine would have too, bro.
Because I was like, whoa. Like when I actually went through and sat with it in order to, and I also think when I first listened to it, I don't even think I was listening to it in order. I think I was kind
Yeah.
of skipping around and I was,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
But this is not an album to me that you listen to passively. I think this is an album you have to really sit and listen to.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Because if you like certain, I would say, especially when Kill Edward comes in, it threw
Yeah.
me off. But like now when you sit with it, you see how that added to certain records or added to the tone or just the messaging in certain songs. You know what I mean? And like passively, I was like you, like I was kind of like, I don't know if this works. I don't know like what this song is supposed to represent, but after weeks, even months of me sitting down, I had some friends go to the one of his tour stops, and they broke it down to me because they saw it in a concert kind of experience.
Hmm.
And even years down the road, man, I'm like, this is one of his best albums because of the
Yes.
risk he was actually taking. While some people will argue Cole doesn't take that many risks musically, I would argue that this entire album is a risk because it could
I argue
easily
that
be preachy, but it
I
wasn't.
argue that same thing to people all of the time is this was one of the riskiest moves for J. Cole because of the fact that he released this in 2018 in the midst of drug rap. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? When drug rap was really at the forefront of artists talking about using drugs and glorifying drug use, he decided to release basically an anti-addiction album.
literally,
Album is
literally.
really centered around addiction, not even necessarily just drugs. Drugs is a focal point of it, but really addiction, from sex addiction, money addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, like all of it. It's really just about centered around addiction.
Yeah.
But to release that in this climate, in that climate, really,
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't fully gotten out of the climate. I think we're slowly starting to get out now
Slowly.
of
Yeah.
the glorifying the user climate.
Hmm.
Um, but I think during to release this in 2018 was extremely risky, and I think he was able to do it in a profound way.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get into some of these tracks on here, man. When we
Yes, sir.
talking about KOD, some of my favorites on this specific album are "Friends" being one of them. I think that "Friends" is the way that
Yes.
he's able to break down addiction, and it is in such a, almost want to say, a compassionate way
Hmm.
of talking to a friend who's dealing with addiction and trying to talk them out of, not only just out of addiction, but into finding other routes
Hmm.
to cope with all of the stress and trauma that they're dealing with. I thought was done masterfully on a joint called Friends. Another one, man, that I think is really, really dope is Window Pane.
Yeah.
Window
Yeah.
Pane is one of my favorites on here, man. I think that one really, his storytelling on there is just amazing. Definitely a heartfelt, very vulnerable record. And I think that was one of those. That's the Cole I like. Me
Yeah.
personally, I like Cole when he gets into the deep storytelling bag. And same thing I feel with probably my favorite song on here that to me is the most impactful is "Once an Addict."
Yeah.
Once an Addict
Yeah.
is another joint on here that I think is, I mean, this one to bring you to tears. I played this during a lecture I was giving about conscious rap, and I saw people like low key tearing up
Wow.
while I
Yeah.
was
That's the
playing it.
impact.
And it's the impact because he's talking about the addictions that his mother faced and
Mm.
how he felt during as a child watching his mother battle with addiction. So he was speaking from the standpoint of how it was impacting him and how he didn't feel like he was able to do anything to help his mother while she was battling addictions, from things that she was dealing with. So it was just really, really profound record, man. I think that's another one that I love. Photograph is also dope.
Yes. Dope.
Those are some of the standouts for me, man. What about you?
Yeah, I would say all those plus the closer, 1985, Intro to the Fall Off. This is, and I
Oh,
also wanted to note that because that's how long he's referenced the fall off, which is
wow.
crazy.
Wow. Oh, I said 4 years, at least 4 years. This 2018.
Bro, eight, basically
Eight
eight.
years.
So
8 years. Wow.
listen, so and I like this record because he's talking directly to, I mean, throughout the album he does, but he's talking directly to the artists who really delve into just drug use, you know what I'm saying, or promote it, or whose
Yeah.
whole pretty much profile is built on it. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Absolutely.
Um, I'm even forgetting the kid he like had that sit down with. What's his name? Gucci Gang, whatever his name is, bro.
Whatever. Yeah.
I forgot.
And I know his
Um,
name. I just don't even want to say it. Yeah.
yeah, and so like this to me is like him like even more directly speaking to those people and what effects that they have and speaking to them on a human level. It's like, bro, like what if this was your brother or sister? Like you really want this music to really pierce their soul and for them to really live the life that you're promoting in your music. Like
Yeah.
look how detrimental it is for you. You want them to see the same fate. Like that's the kind of Cole I like, bro. Because one of Cole's superpowers is his relatability. So I think like him being able to do that on this record, really do it throughout the album, again without it sounding preachy, bro, is really a testament to his artistic power and just his dopeness, bro. Like he's Cole is dope. And if you don't recognize that, KOD is the answer for you. Like it's fire.
I could not agree more. I think that this is the album for you if you're really into like I said, thought provoking and more profound storytelling. I think you get that
Yeah.
with J. Cole every time. I think that you're not gonna go wrong with listening to J. Cole in that regard. And I think that this project really is one of his most I can't. It's hard for me to even say most thought provoking because he has a lot
A
of
lot.
thought provoking
A
music.
lot.
Even when going all the way back to what I mean, the warm up and Friday Night Lights. He's always made these
Hmm.
songs, but I think the way he's able to talk about addiction in this project, I think is special for sure.
For sure. For sure, man. This
Yeah.
is where does this rank among like your favorite Cole albums? Is it at the top or is it number two, three, four? Like where does it land?
Honestly, for me, it's typical. It's towards the top. It's usually two or three.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's usually it's usually two or three for me. I really 2014 Forest Hill Drive is one.
Yeah.
And then if I'm including Friday Night Lights, I know that's a mixtape technically,
Come
but if I
on.
include that into his discography, that's probably second for me.
Yeah.
And then this is probably third. Either this, I know this I love For Your Eyes Only as well, but
Yeah.
and then Born Center is hard too. But I think that this is probably third.
Yeah. I would say for me, because if we're counting Friday Night Lights, yeah, yeah, it's probably third or fourth. I really like Born Center, but I like it more after years after. What I'm noticing is a trend. Well, that's the second album I've said. Like afterwards, I really grew a deeper appreciation for it. I would say like 2014 Hills Drive. The reason I put it one is because that was instant. Like I
Oh,
instantly knew when you listen
100%.
to that, you know it's a classic, and it's kind of like indescribable the feeling you get when you listen to it for the first time. Like when I listened to this on the first time, that was one of the first albums I listened to where I recognized, wait a minute, I don't have to pay for this. That's number one. DSPs or whatever, like streaming
Yeah,
services were in full swing at that point. But also I was like, dang, I'm really not paying for this. Like, and I get this. Like, this is
yeah,
crazy. But yeah, the off season I think is underrated as well.
I
But
agree.
oh my God, it's so underrated, bro.
I don't
And
know why people would sleep on the off season hard.
yo, it's fire, man. But I'll have to put KOD third, I think. I'll have to put KOD third. Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta go KOD third, man, because I Friday Night Lights was just
special.
and I went back to it all these years later, and
Yeah, man.
it aged like wine. That album is different. So I'm gonna go, yeah, KOD's third. KOD's
Yeah,
third. And I think, like I said, I think this was really more of a call out for, not only just for artists to be more responsible about how they approach addiction. And when we talk about rap that glorifies addiction, I always have to make this clarification, even with my students, that an artist talking about their battles with addiction is not the same thing as glorifying addiction.
exactly. It's
There's a
not.
distinct difference. Somebody's talking about the battles and the things that they're facing um, with addiction. I don't think necessarily is glorifying. And glorifying it to me is more so when you're no longer talking about consequences at all.
Exactly.
When you're solely just using it and talking about how you're having so much fun doing it, and you're not talking about when you come down off of it. You're not talking about any of the pain or the struggles or the any of the negatives that come along with it. You're only talking about perceived positives. You know what I mean? And to me,
Exactly.
that's when you get into a glorification category, in my opinion. And I think that the way Cole is able to talk about addiction in this project without glorifying drugs,
Yeah.
I thought was brilliant. So yeah, this is a special project. I highly recommend anybody, if you've never listened to it, listen to it straight through.
Straight through. Straight through, bro. You won't be disappointed, man. You won't be disappointed.
Yeah, shout out to Cole, man. We got some other good news, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm probably more excited about this than you would probably think by my music taste.
Yeah.
Fetty Wap is home.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Fetty
is.
Fetty Wap has been released early after I believe serving up 4 years in a federal prison. And yeah, man, what are first of all, when Fetty Wap first got on the scene, man, what were your thoughts on Fetty Wap and his music?
Bruh, I'm like, who is this dude and why do I hear him everywhere? That was my first reaction, bro. Like, and what's interesting, the Fetty Wap's story in music is interesting, right? Because
Very
that's the
much so.
first time or one of the first times I ever heard someone say, could you please stop making hits so quickly? Like, stop. Like, people were like, yo, you should have
Mm,
spread these out over a year or two
yep,
years, 3 years.
I remember
That's
that.
how hot he was, and that's how on fire his sound was, bro. Like that melodic trap sound was taking like hip hop by storm. So when I first heard Fetty Wap, I'm like, bruh, guns are blazing. Like, bro is cranking out so many hits in such a short period of time. And I think if TikTok was bigger at that point, or
Oh
it didn't even
man.
exist, but if it existed at that time, bro would have went
Oh,
quadruple
oh man.
diamond or something. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying?
it would have been crazy.
Crazy. So I think with the artists and how music has changed, because I think hip hop changes, like the sound changes like every few years, maybe. I
Yeah.
think that Fetty Wap still has a place because melodic trap rap is hasn't really gone anywhere. It's still here. It may look different, it may appear darker or whatever, depending on the listener, but I think he still has a place in hip hop today. So I'm curious, like what music he'll come out with, bruh, because he can make a hit. That's obvious.
Oh, there's no doubt in that. And for me, man, Fetty Wap. First of all, I was in college when Fetty Wap came out.
Mm, mm.
So Fetty Wap's music, of course, will always have a special place to me just because of that was an era of time for me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Fetty Wap, Race Rubber, and all of that, you know what I mean, was is it's special to me on that front, but also, man, when Fetty Wap first dropped when I heard Trap Queen, I remember thinking the song was cool, but I remember that didn't sell it for me.
Mm,
What sold it for me was two songs, My Way.
yeah.
When I first heard that, I was like, this sounds completely different than anything I heard up until
Mm,
that point. Like it was just the way he was singing was different. Even though there was a lot of you had Future and you had different people out, but he sounded distinctly different than everybody else. And
definitely.
then when I heard RGF Island, probably one of my favorite Fetty Wap songs
Mm,
from that same album. I believe it's a self-titled album. Yeah, I was like, no, this dude is different. Fetty Wap to me was one of the last really unique artists to come out for me.
I would agree.
Like
Wow.
where they sound completely different. Like as soon as you hear it, you're like, I know who this is. I know what
Yep.
this is, and it doesn't sound like anything else. I think that Fetty Wap was one of the last artists to come out who had that thing where it was like
Hmm.
this. From of course, a lot of people emphasize him having glaucoma and losing one of his eyes and that aesthetic. But I think that
Hmm.
outside of that, like his sound was really unique.
Right.
Yeah, so and I think that he was able to make the hit songs that are just super catchy, but he was also able to make street songs that were still really good. And I think that
Hmm.
being able to balance both of those is definitely a superpower. So I'm interested to see what his new music is gonna sound like for sure.
I am too, bro. Yeah. Yeah. As you said it, I'm like, man, like when you heard Fetty Wap, you knew it was Fetty Wap. And I haven't
Listen,
really felt that way about a lot of like Jersey artists specifically. Like,
no,
yeah,
he
everybody
was.
kind of like sounds like a set group of artists or like a certain demographic, certain age or pocket, like within rap. But like him, he was distinct and separate from his own.
As soon as one of his songs came on, whether you knew it or not, you was like, "Oh, this is a Fetty Wap song." Like you immediately knew it. It wasn't like
Yeah,
I would say the I would say the same. I felt the same way, even though I didn't always like their music. I would say that I felt the same when the Migos came out. I thought,
for
oh,
sure.
this sounds
For
like
sure.
something different. You know what I mean? It was unique. You can make comparisons to other artists in other eras, of course. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I think that they had a unique sound.
For
And
sure.
I felt the same way about Fetty Wap during that time. I was like, no, this is unique, and it's unfortunate that um his career trajectory went in the direction it did. Because I just don't see how. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
one of those. We talk about artists who need a biopic. Fetty Wap might need maybe a little biopic. Somebody needs to,
yeah.
because I would be interested to hear how that story went.
I would too,
Like what
because
kind, like
I don't
because
know
how
where it
you
went
go
wrong.
from being the number one artist to back in the trap like that fast? It seemed like it was only like a few years apart. It didn't seem like it was a long window. So I would really be interested to see how that story played out, you know?
Yeah, no, I would too. And like again, people bring up the fact that like not that he made hits was the issue, but that he put them out too fast.
And I'm gonna be honest, it was a whole it's true. I mean, I kind of see what people were saying with that
Yeah.
because if they had spread those records out, that
Oh,
his career would have been the trajectory would have went different because it really was like I remember it was like Trap Queen came out one week, then the next couple it was like a month later. Then we got Won't You Come My Way. Then we got all of them was just like
bruh, it was crazy.
back,
That
back,
was
back.
crazy.
That run was stupid. Like I said, that whole album has so many six. Then it was 679. That was the other one. Then six
Yo,
seven nine came out, and it was just it was a crazy run.
wow.
But I think that kind of made him a household name though. At the same
At
time,
the same time,
because
that's
you
what made him
couldn't,
him.
yeah, you couldn't go anywhere without hearing him. It's kind
Yeah.
of to me, it's just it's not the same, of course, because I don't think there's anybody who's necessarily impact was as crucial as this, but it was almost like 50 was the same way.
Yeah, yeah, he was.
People
Cause
forget
hey,
with
when was it, bro? 03 or something? He was on
oh
fire?
yeah, 03, 04, somewhere in that range.
Crazy.
When 50 dropped, it was like back to back to back. It was like you couldn't go anywhere without hearing it. First it was Wankster, then it was, in the club,
Yeah,
then it was Candy Shop, then it was just all
crazy.
you couldn't go anywhere without hearing 50 Cent when 50 Cent first dropped. And I think that it was kind of similar with Fetty Wap, where it was like, you can't escape this. Like it's everywhere. But the
Everywhere.
thing is, his music aged well. Like when I still hear Fetty Wap places, I'm like, oh no, I like this. Like
A
his music,
hundred
because
percent.
the music was actually good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it may have been quirky. Like when I first heard it, I'm like, this is quirky. Like, this is
Yeah,
weird. Like the tone in his voice, because he can't sing traditionally, right? But like,
right.
but he
So
can.
it's kind of off key, but
Yeah, but it
it worked.
works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, man. I'm curious to see what he does, man. I'm glad he's going around different media,
I do too.
you know what I mean, just to get out there again and
He
let
had a
people
great
know that he's back, he's out. You know what I
he
mean?
had
So
a I watched his Breakfast Club interview and it was a great interview.
man, I gotta watch it. I
You
saw it
gotta
but didn't
watch
watch
it.
it. I'm gonna watch
It's
it.
a really great interview. You can tell he seems like I said, you never know, but it seems like he's in a really good place watching it.
Man,
He
I
seems
love to hear
really
that.
locked in with like jumping back in and getting back active. And yeah, he seemed like he was in a good headspace. So I'm excited to see what he's gonna release next as well. I think that he needs to get with the right producers.
Yep.
And I don't think, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I don't think don't try to I don't adapt to what's going on now, man.
No, 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 no.
What you were doing was working in, and it still sound good now. And that would be that to me. I think he should jump back into doing exactly what he was doing
100%, 100%. Because
musically. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
because he's what's missing. Because we see what trap has evolved to, and I think Fetty Wap would have been far ahead of it. I think he would have been a leading voice in like or how trap has evolved over the years, man. Because he was telling, bro, people forget he was telling like personal stories. I know everybody remember like the club bangers and everything, but he was telling personal stories on some of these records too, really sticking to the bones, man. So yeah, and I know like given the year since he really had his big boom or resurgence or ascension, I should say, I know he got even more stories to tell and really weave into these trap hits or trap records, man. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he could do. I agree.
Yeah,
I think he when we talk about trap music, I think people don't necessarily mention Fetty Wap because he's not from Atlanta. Or
exactly. As if trap music isn't shoot. It's so big now. You got folks in London on you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, yeah.
but he was able to really take it to a huge level mainstream with some real pop. It really, and it was records that shouldn't have worked pop, but they did. Like Trap Queen should not have
It
crossed
shouldn't
over.
have. It shouldn't have though. But it
Like
did.
like that's how I knew when Trap Queen like blew up as big as it was. That's when I realized, oh, people don't listen to lyrics at all. This was the era when I really realized that people don't listen to lyrics.
Oh, this was the era. Okay.
This and
Yeah.
Future, all of that
Future.
between Fetty
Yup.
Wap,
Yup.
Future, and Migos. I feel like those
Mm.
were the artists when I was like, oh, people don't listen to words at all anymore.
Mm-mm.
Because I
Mm-mm.
was like, oh, because I would talk to people and I'm like, oh, these people don't even they don't know what a trap queen is. They don't
Nope.
know what he talking about in the song. They
Nope.
don't know like this. It's just melody, 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 melody. Like I was like, oh,
All
okay.
that.
People are just vibing. They're not even listening to what he's saying.
Exactly. But it
Yeah,
sounded good.
it
Because
sounded
I would
great.
see little kids, my trap queen. I'm like, what you know about that? Stop it. Stop it. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll
Let me
hear
hit the
older
band though.
people in the
But
club.
you know what?
Yeah.
It's been like that though, because we even talked about it too with Nelly, like country,
Yeah.
like you know what I mean with country grammar, like all like people wasn't listening. Nelly was rapping all street music. He was violence. Most of his
Right.
songs were way more violent, but because they were so melodic and catchy, I think a lot of it went over a lot of people's heads.
A lot of people's heads, including me at 3, 4, 5 years old, however old I was singing all that.
Oh, I'm the
Yeah.
same,
Yeah, bro.
same. I ain't know.
Yeah.
you know, I didn't know that. Street sweeper, baby, Cochrane, let it go, all that. I didn't know you were talking about drive-bys.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah. That was a wild era, man. If it
Country grammar
sound
was
good, it's
crazy.
like some of the messaging could get swept under the rug. That's
Yo,
just a fact. Yeah,
yeah, man. But yo, shout out Fetty Wap, man.
definitely.
Welcome home. I'm willing to hear what his new music sounds like.
Yeah, man.
And I feel like these kids don't know they missed Fetty Wap's era.
They missed that era, bro. So they wonder who is this Fetty dude? You know what's crazy? How younger dudes are looking at Fetty Wap now is how I feel like I looked at Life Jennings when he kind of made his resurgence, bro. Like I was like,
Really?
why are y'all so in love with this dude's voice? Like
Oh,
I
you
don't
missed
get
life.
it.
You missed Life Jennings when he took off.
So I was there, but I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like I heard his
Mm.
songs
Because
and
I
I
was
was like,
real young when Life Jennings came out, so that makes sense.
you know what I mean? But I was like, he had a couple records, but was he really popping like that? Like, I don't know.
I
But
know
hey, for
them
people
couple
that were
records,
there,
them couple records was big.
they were huge. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
So yeah, that's probably how we look now, which is crazy.
Wow. Which is crazy. Yo, and everybody, Earl told me that people was online calling me OG.
Yes, bro. What is up with that,
Calling
yo?
a 32-year-old OG is crazy,
It's
but I'm
wild.
gonna take it though, because I know it's a troll, but I'm gonna take. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm gonna take you. If you 16, I am your OG. You
That's true. That is true. That's literally true. You know what I mean? At
yeah.
29, bro, I'm still big bro. Until I hit 36, I'm
I feel
still
like
big
I'm
bro.
big bro till at least I'll say late 30s.
Yeah. I think big bro is late 30s, dog. Right?
I
Like you
think yeah, 30. You got at least past 35 to be
at
to
least.
to be because you ain't. I don't feel like you unk to 40s.
Honestly. Because that's where you really creep into unctum. You know what I'm saying? I joke around like I'm 1 year removed from unctum. No.
I
It's
like
40s.
I do I find it funny that that's the new troll. 'Cause I wonder if people really be getting offended by that. I find it funny that the kids' new troll is to call people like uncle, big or big bro. Call
And
them.
they only do it to people that just don't agree with them. If I agree that like ASAP Rocky's Punk Rocky was fire, and I'm gonna listen to it until from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, oh, like I rock with you. As soon as I don't, oh, all right,
Yeah, you watch, you don't know nothing.
exactly, bruh. It's the same old game, bruh.
And you know what? You know what's even funnier?
What what?
I'm younger, and we're both younger than the artist who they're talking about. We're both younger than ASAP Rocky.
Ain't that
That's
crazy?
that's the hilarious part.
Ain't that crazy?
I'm younger than ASAP Rocky. I'm younger than
Yup.
Meek Mill. I'm
Yup.
younger than J. Cole. I'm younger than Kendrick. I'm younger.
Literally,
We're younger than all of these people who are Wayne. We younger.
Wayne.
The baby. I might be the same age as Lil Baby.
Honestly, no real talk. And I'm trying to see like, and Playboy Cardi is really
I'm like 2 years older than G Herbo.
literally, bruh. Hold on. Let me see
And I know
Playboy.
that because when I was in college, I remember when G Herbo came to our campus to perform. I was 18, he was like 16.
Like, come on. Like, come on, bro. We the same
I'm
age. We peers.
I'm the same age as Chance the Rapper.
Like, come on, bro.
It's
Like,
funny.
we're all peers. And like this is like the barometer I feel like for unctum and non-unctum. Do you rock with
Uncle.
Playboy Cardi? Playboy Cardi is older than me, bruh.
How old is Playboy Cardi?
He's 30, bruh.
Dang, boy. You
Come
30 and still.
on.
Yeah, that's wild.
Stop putting y'all faith in these dudes that masquerade as younger
I
to
bet
keep
you,
y'all's attention.
and it's so crazy. You know who was even funnier? You know who's older than us?
Ooh.
The young people's godfather is older than DJ Academics is older than us.
Yeah, he is. He
And
is,
that's
bruh.
y'all daddy. That man is like in his mid-30s. That's
Bruh.
that's y'all daddy. And he is what 34 years old.
In a like a old 34, because he built like a sack of laundry, bruh, too. He not even like a, you know what I'm saying? A lively 34. Like, bruh.
Bro is but that's why it's hilarious. I'd be like, man, I don't even know how old these other dudes they listen to on YouTube are. Like Adam 22 probably 50. I don't know how old these
For
people
real.
be
For
listening to.
real. Oh my God. Oh man. I could dive so deep into the Adam 22ism, bro. But
Oh,
like,
that
my
I
God,
don't,
why
I
did
don't
people
know.
listen to him to begin with? Like,
I remember when that way it first started when I was teaching a podcasting course, and I remember when I first started seeing people like once I started realizing who was listening to him, I was like, mm-hmm. You people look like what they listen to, and I've learned that.
100%.
I'm starting to learn that the more I've taught in media studies, like when you find out what type of content people listen to, it all makes sense.
It all makes sense, don't it? And when I see the complex list of the top media figures in hip hop and I see his name, exit browser. Get it away from me, bro. I don't want to see the rest of the list, bro. He's not a
No,
hip hop figure. Like, just because he
no,
has gangbanger, like, what does that mean? That's insulting. You know what I
it
mean? Like,
is.
yeah, get out of here.
I agree. Yeah, his content is not music based at all.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah, but that is funny to me. But look, man, we I know, and it's cool. I'm not offended by it because I look, all my peers are older than me. You know what I mean? As far
Yeah,
as
like a
my
lot
in my
older.
industry, it's funny when I hear young people refer to me as old because in my field, I've been young since I got here. So
You know what I'm saying? It's a moment. And by the time, yeah, bro, if you had 10 more years on you, you probably average age at
I'm
that
average. Yeah, I'll be average age in my industry,
point, which is crazy.
which is wild. So
Yeah.
I take it in stride.
Man, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hilarious, bro. We got anything else today? What we got?
Yeah, man. I wanted to note this, bro, because this is big for media, the media world, man. Hot 97 got a new radio host, man. Mero from Jesus and Mero, bro.
That is an interesting move.
Man. And personally, me, I love to see it because I always felt like the kid Mero was talented, but yet I didn't really know where to place him, right? When the podcast with him and Deezus kind of evaporated and the various shows that they had that branched off of it, man, I always wonder, where is Mero? Like that's what I always
Mm,
wonder. I don't know where Deezus is either, truthfully. But like I always wonder where those two would ultimately land. And I think Mero, just given his ability to, talk his, stuff and just command a microphone, like it maybe morning
yeah.
radio does make sense for him. Maybe,
Mm.
you
And you
know?
know what? It's interesting to me because I early on when Deezus and Mero podcast came out, I was listening to it, and I don't know when I don't know if it was before they split that I just kind of fell off from it, and I didn't really
Mm,
follow their trajectories after that. I know they did a
yeah.
lot of things. I know that I know that one of them I can't remember if it was Deezus or Mero had a show with I want to say it was Vice maybe.
Yeah, both of them did.
Both of them
Hmm.
had a show with Vice, and I know that they made other moves after, but I didn't really follow any of their media moves after their
Yeah,
podcast split. So, but I know that the podcast was entertaining. You know
for
what I mean?
sure. For
You know
sure.
what I mean? So, I'll be interested to see. I think he's gonna need co-hosts.
For sure. I think
I'll
so.
be interested to see what co-hosts are gonna be hosting the show with him. Him alone, I don't know. I don't. It'll be interesting.
Yeah, and I'm interested what kind of co-host he's looking for. You know what I mean? Is he going to tap like a Peter Rosenberg s, like you know what I
Yeah,
mean, like a super hip hop fan that's kind of quirky and can kind of garner an interesting audience. You know what I mean? In the Hot 97, I don't
yeah.
know.
Morning sh-
But yeah,
morning shows. You really there's some people who hold down morning shows alone, but it is very difficult to do.
isn't it? Because Angie Martinez, I don't know if she like how early was she in
I
the
don't. What you mean early as far as her show?
Yeah, time. Was it afternoon?
I think
Maybe?
she. I don't think she was mornings. I think she
Yeah, I
was
don't think
afternoon.
so.
I think she was afternoons. I think when you think of morning shows, Big Boy is probably one
Yep.
of the longest running hip hop morning show hosts. Because Big Boy's morning show is syndicated. I worked at a radio
Everywhere.
station in Niles, Michigan, and his show was syndicated as the morning show there. So like
Crazy.
his show was everywhere. But I would say Big Boy's morning show is one. As far as a solo host, he has co-hosts, but they're not the central. To
You
say
know what I
this,
mean? Nah.
they're
Mm-mm.
like doing ad libs and like smaller stuff. So I'd say his show. Steve Harvey, of
Of
course.
course. Of course.
Um, those are the main ones. Adam Seacrest,
Adam Seacrest, yeah, or Ryan
Ryan
Seacrest. Ryan
Seacrest. I
Seacrest.
don't know who Adam Seacrest is.
Yeah. Seacrest 22 would be wild though. That would be nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Did
man.
Nick Cannon do a morning show?
I feel like he did for a little while. I don't think it was.
But
I don't think it
yeah.
was for long. But I do remember him doing. I know he did a radio show. I don't know if it was a morning show or not.
Yeah, yeah. But it's hard. It's hard. And
Very.
I don't know if Mero can do it, especially with him because he has a podcast with Carmelo Anthony, which is really dope. It's 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, dope podcast.
Okay, I have to check it
But
out.
I've always seen him alongside someone else. So him, if he were to step out and do it his own or hone it, like as the commanding presence as microphone one, it'll be interesting, man. But I think he's going to do well, bro. And I'm just excited to see him kind of branch off. I'm wondering if what if we saw Deezus and Mero like reunion? That would be dope. Don't think it'll happen, but if it were to happen at Hot 97, that would be dope, But we gotta see how
Oh,
it plays out.
if that was their return.
That would be interesting. From podcasting to Vice to Showtime to Hot 97, that would be kind of like a interesting pivot, man. I don't think it's gonna happen because they do not like each other. Um, but yo, we gotta see what happens, bro. But
Yeah, I will be interested to see what that show looks like in its totality. Oh
absolutely,
yeah, but shout out to Mero for getting that role. That's big, man.
that's huge. That's
That's
huge.
number one market.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. We got hidden hits.
Hitting hits, man. What you got on the liked category, bro? Because that's where I'm headed
Man.
to on Spotify.
So man, I'm gonna do hidden hits, man. I'm gonna go RGF Island since I mentioned it.
Yep.
Fetty Wap, RGF Island. One of my favorite Fetty Wap song. Beat is insane. Uh,
Stupid.
for
Stupid.
sure, one of my favorite Fetty Wap joints. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go Weekend and Future. Enjoy the show.
Mm.
Really like that record, man. I went back to that recently and was like, nah, this is dope. I'm gonna go Philly, man. It's an artist by the name. I'm late to this. It's an artist named Kerr.
Core, yeah. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
yeah,
I was waiting for
it,
this to hit your algorithm, baby.
it hit me. It
Yeah.
hit me, man. It's a joint called "Come Overnight" that I like. Hard
Fire.
record. Hard record. Let me see what else. Let me see what else. Those been the main ones I'll say that have been in my algorithm that are in my liked. You know what I'm saying? That I feel like
Okay.
were slept on.
Absolutely,
Yes,
man.
sir. What you got?
So the baby letter to my YN. This made I didn't even know bro was coming out with a project, man. But like this is one of the singles off the project. And it's absolutely fire. It's on his upcoming album, Be More Grateful, coming out January 30th. But listen, this is like one of those father to son records, which I love. Game has a couple of them with Busta
Hmm.
Rhymes too that I love as well. But this one I think it's very street oriented or whatever, but I think it is dope to see someone talk about like the mistakes that they made or are making actively and
Yeah.
encouraging not only their child but like others, the listeners, to really like try to veer away from it so they can prosper
Mm.
much further or be successful a lot easier. So I really like that record.
Okay.
um, I would say "Thank God for the Trap" by Larry June. I know the title of the record probably isn't like what we're going for necessarily, but I think it's a dope song, bro. Just another hustle motivational record, man. So shout out to those two, the baby and Larry June. Yeah.
I like the disclaimer there. Well,
Facts,
all right. Well, let's get into nice nonsense, man. I got to look up some of those records you just mentioned because I didn't know those.
man.
Uh, um, let's go. Since we're gonna get into a little nice nonsense. For those who have never listened to this segment, nice nonsense is where we talk about some of the records that we like, but they might not have the redeemable messaging that we typically talk about on this show.
Yeah.
But we still like the records. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Larry June as well. I'm gonna go 50s in the city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hard
Hard joint.
joint, hard joint. I'm gonna go Key Glock going hard.
Bro. Can't miss. Can't miss with Key
Yeah,
Glock.
man. Yes, sir. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do a little throwback slightly. G Herbo and Bump J Crown
Okay.
was a hard one, and then I'm gonna go even further back. I'm gonna go a joint with if A Ball and MJG featuring Lloyd. It's a joint called Forever.
Oh wow. Yeah, I need to listen to that one.
Hard, hard.
Yeah.
Man, Lloyd is. I always say this. Lloyd is so underrated.
So underrated, bro. So
I don't
underrated.
like I don't like that people don't mention Lloyd more often. Very random take, but I'm standing 10 toes down on it. I think
As you should.
Lloyd hasn't missed to me. I've never heard every Lloyd song, every Lloyd feature has been fire. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes. And as someone who's seen him perform, he can perform too. I know that viral clip of him falling on the stage. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yes,
that's
I
like
have.
circulating the net, bro. But no, Lloyd is a fire performer too. I saw him perform with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Fire.
Okay. Oh, man. I know that was hard. Did they do what is it? You?
Yep. Fire.
Oh no. Seeing that live was
Fire.
probably crazy.
Yeah,
Classic. That's a classic song.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah, man. Okay, dope, man.
Yeah.
What
Some
you
nice
got?
nonsense, bro. I'm taking it to Chicago, bro. It's Chief Keef Harry Potter. I don't know how I stumbled on this, bro,
Bro, let
but I
me.
love it.
I know. I look. I haven't heard that one. You look. I know. I know this ratchet.
Oh, ratchet ain't the word, brother. Ratchet ain't the word. And then Goat Stamp by Stove God Cooks, bro. I stumbled on Stove God Cooks. This record, man, hard.
Okay,
Where you been, Quan by Rich Homie Quan? I know this was a
that's
posthumous
hard.
release, but it's
But
such a hard
that's a
song,
hard
bro.
record.
So that's my nice nonsense for this week, bro.
Yeah, that's those are some dope ones, man. And I'm gonna throw out a artist who, man, is an engineer, and I like to find artists too who have much smaller followings every now
Yeah.
and then you run across one of those. This is a young dude who is he goes by Young Burner,
Mm.
and he got an album called Mr. Edwards out, and it was a joint on here specifically called Rounds.
Okay.
Hard record, man. Hard record. He's actually an engineer. I know. I think I want to say he went to. I don't know if it was Mizzou, but I
Mm.
know he's also an audio engineer, but he makes music too. And dope song. I just ran across it and was like, yeah, no, this is hard.
Fire, man. I love finding artists like that, dog. That's dope. That's dope. I'm gonna check them
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yes, sir, man. Dope, man. Good show, man. Episode 73.
73, bro. In the books. In the
In the
books.
books, man. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button if you listen on YouTube. Subscribe, notification bell. Make
Hmm.
sure y'all get that done. Also, if you listen on audio platforms, hit us with that 5 star if you on Spotify, Apple, and you listen to this podcast and you like what we're doing here. Make sure y'all hit us with that rating. Also, man, pre-order Raps of Resistance, how Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole reignited a hip-hop tradition.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble, Bloomsbury, Walmart, wherever you want to go and pre-order, make that pre-order. Bloomsbury usually has the best sales from what I've seen thus far.
Yes. Yes.
It's usually like the hardcover, I think it's only like 30 bucks on there. So yeah, man, highly recommend y'all pre-ordering that book, man. You will not regret it. Drops May 14th.
The 14th. Yep. May
Okay.
14th.
Oh, okay. Yeah, May 14th, man. So be on the lookout for that, man. And we will be back next week with more rap and reads and peace.
Peace.